Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and another video here. Today I have my recap of the 2024 Polish and Beauty Expo, which if you are not familiar with is a two-day event held in Tinley Park, Illinois. And it focuses on indie nail polish and some indie cosmetics, as well as now they had some candles, they have some kind of skincare, boutique-y type stuff, but predominantly this is a nail polish event. You get to meet up with other nail polish enthusiasts, you can meet some of your favorite makers, you get to shop some very exclusive polishes, you get some freebies, there's polish making classes you can sign up for, as well as a meet and greet. So I'm gonna go over everything kind of play by play. The past 2 years that I've gone, I have gone on the VIP ticket, and I've done it more of a vlog style. And this year I was lucky enough to go as press. So thank you to Christy Rose and her team for allowing me to do that and just for putting on an amazing event. It was so much fun. But this year I'm going to kind of switch up my video format and I'm going to give you kind of a play-by-play rundown of everything that went on, and I'll overlay some of the footage and photos and everything for you guys to see. Because I got a lot of feedback this year from people who were telling me that they rewatched my videos before coming because they wanted, you know, kind of a general idea of what to expect and a reminder of what to expect. And so I thought maybe if I did kind of like step 1, 2, 3, you can kind of see how the entire flow of the event goes. So let me know if you like this better, and then maybe in the future videos I will do this as well. I will also timestamp the video, so if you just want to see my haul, skip right on over because I spent too much again. Spent less than last year though, which was kind of the goal. So, but anyways, so first off, Rob and I, Rob is my fiance, we drove to Tinley Park on Friday, and there's nothing really going on Friday, but a lot of people do get there a little bit earlier just so that they can meet up with friends and things like that, go out to dinner, I guess go into Chicago if you've never been into Chicago. I mean, I live so close to Chicago that like maybe 4 hours is not so close for some people, but to me, you know, it's a drivable distance, and so I've been to Chicago many times. So this year we did not go into the city because it was like 95 degrees and then it was humid, so I was like, I'm not here for that. I have horse girl hair. I'm not built for the heat, okay? But we got in on Friday, got to our hotel, relaxed a little bit, hung out, and then Saturday is when the events actually start. So the very first set of events they do are the polish making classes, and there are 2 each year so far. I'm hoping they add more because let me tell you, these are a very popular ticket item to get, and the space is limited. So if you are interested in the polish making classes, don't waffle when you're buying your tickets this year for next year's event because they fill up fast. I was lucky enough to get in on a press spot, so I got to experience it for the very first time, and it was a lot of fun. So as you go in, you get this really fun silver hollow bag, and it's loaded with all the stuff you need to make 6 polishes. This event is hosted by Glitter Unique and KB Shimmer. Glitter Unique is a nail polish pigment supplier, so they have tons of glitters, liquid pigments, powdered pigments, micas, all kinds of stuff that you need to make polishes. They have all the base, they supply bottles. So all the supplies, I believe, are provided by Glitter Unique. Every table has an assortment of colors on them that you can use to mix your colors. There's some pigments already on the table, and then there was a huge table up front that had tons of glitters and pigments and things to choose from. They give you gloves and an apron if you want. I was like, no, we're gonna get messy. That's fine. And the first polish that you make, everybody makes together while Christy kind of guides you, and it was really, really pretty. I really liked that one. It's like a multi-chrome with some hollow glitter running through it. It was very simple to make. They give you the recipe and everything. They also give you like a notebook to take notes in and like a little pen. So if you wanted to write down your recipes as you were going, so that way you knew what worked and what didn't. We also got a little nail polish pin, which I've been collecting these year after year. I've got them all on my pin board over there. But it was fun. There was like a lot of trial and error. I had a few that flopped. So let's see here. I was trying to make a black with some like really fun, bright neon glitters in it. And actually Danny from Danny Vienna was in the class, like helping everybody, because they had a few makers who you could ask questions to, and like they were very helpful and provided a lot of information. And she came by and she was like, you know, it's probably not going to work unless you really, really lighten up that base. And she was correct. So listen to the makers. They know what they're talking about. They are not going to steer you wrong. And then another one, this one was supposed to be green. I guess you could kind of see hints of it. But what had happened was I was trying to add just the tiniest little bit of black to it, and I accidentally squeezed the bottle too. You know when you're like putting ketchup on your burger or something and you squeeze the bottle too hard and it's just like, that's what I did with the black pigment. So it's still pretty, it's just not what I was going for. I made a chartreuse with some flakies running through it because I had to make at least one gross green. I made one inspired by Rob because he eats like through 3 bottles of hot sauce a week. So I was calling this one my hot sauce shimmer because it's kind of like a hot sauce color. And then I tried to make a gray with a shimmer running through it, but I don't know if I got enough shimmer in there. The cool thing about the polish making class that I didn't expect was there was quite a few women who brought like their spouses or their boyfriends or whatever, their male partners, who came in, and they seemed like just as excited to mix up some polishes. And there were quite a few people who had like inspiration ready to go. There was one guy there who he was making a full set of polishes just based on palindromes. So like I think one of his polish names was like Taco Cat or something like that. And then there was, I believe, a woman who she brought in photos of her garden, and that's what she was using as inspiration for all of her polishes. There was somebody at my table who she's really into reading. She said like specifically like the ACOTAR, A Court of Thorns and Roses books. So she was doing a lot of polishes based off of that. So like there was a lot of people who came in with ideas ready to go, either of inspiration or just colors or things like that. So that's one big tip that I would give you is, because you have 2 hours, and that seems like a lot of time, but that time flew by. Like, I feel like it went so much faster than I expected. So if you come in just with a vague idea of at least a couple polishes you want to make, that's gonna help you a lot. And if your plans change halfway through because you see a different pigment that you really like, don't worry about it. It's just at least you had something going in. And the other nice thing is after this event at the actual expo where everything is getting sold, Glitter Unique does have a booth, and they make these huge kits so that you can have like some base, some mixing stuff, some pigments, and you can take the polish making home with you and have fun. And I feel like these kits, you know, they're fun to do by yourself, but I feel like it's really fun to have a lot of other people with you because I've mixed polishes alone before, just experimenting here. And then my friend Stacy, when she was over last year, we played around and we mixed a ton together, and it's more fun with friends, I gotta say. And having all those people in that room together, I think it was about 50-ish people, it was so much more fun because you got to see so many different ideas kind of coming to fruition, and it gave me ideas and thoughts. And so I feel like it would be fun to get a kit or two, have some friends over, and just have like a polish mixing party. I don't know, I just think that would be really cool. So definitely, if you're interested in mixing your own polishes, check out Glitter Unique because they have a lot of good supplies. But also next year, if you're coming to PBE and you've ever wanted to try your hand at mixing polishes, but you're very intimidated, this is such a great place to start because like I said, they give you everything you need, they give you instruction, and then there's makers there who are just gonna guide you through everything. If you have any questions, they are totally happy to help. There was a woman sitting next to me who, she owned a boutique and she was wanting to mix polishes for her boutique, and everybody was super helpful to her. You know, it was really great. So I definitely want to go back to the polish mixing class. Again, I did the afternoon one, and then that's from 1 to 3 p.m. And then there's a morning one, which is too early for me because I don't like waking up. So, oh, and before I forget, The ticket prices this year for the polish making class were $49. Then on Saturday evening, there is a meet and greet cocktail reception, and that ticket is also $49. And honestly, the price is really good when you consider you get a full buffet with desserts and a full open bar. So paying almost $50 for unlimited drinks and food, it's a really good deal. Plus, you get to meet all the makers. Every maker kind of sets up their own table, and you get to preview a lot of the polishes that are going to be available at the expo on Sunday. So it's really nice. You kind of get to touch and feel and see everything. They'll have their swatches out. Some makers have free samples. For example, this year and last year, Pinnacle Polish was giving out minis that you could take. Some of the like more bath-oriented brands, they kind of have like little free samples there. Some brands were giving out stickers. It's really fun. You get a few freebies. You get to meet with some of your favorite makers. There's also a lot of creators who are there. So while I was at the meet and greet, I got to meet Rachel from Polish with Ray, and let me tell you, she's taller than I expected. I don't know what I mean, but like, I don't know why. I just thought she would be short. Sorry, Rachel. But I met her, and she was almost as tall as me. And then I also met Carolina from Gotta Love Polish, which was great because she and I talk a lot back and forth on Instagram, so it was nice to finally get to meet her. I saw It Is Amanda, which I see her every year. And 90 Lacquer, who I absolutely love. Motorcycles and Manny's. I got to meet so many people. I had a lot of people come up to me, subscribers and things like that, which is always fun. I love talking to you guys. And they had Mexican food this year, so we got like tacos and like a nacho bar, and they had like cake and churros, which was really good. But what I really like about the meet and greet is, like I said, each brand kind of gets their own designated table to set up, and like that's where you go and sit and eat. But then you can walk around and view all the displays, and some of the brands really go all out with their little setups. It's really cute. Like, for example, Victorian Varnish had like some 3D printed like lollipops that were sitting on the table. I call them suckers, but I feel like most of the US calls them lollipops for some reason. To me, a lollipop is like one of those like circle with the swirly candy in the middle. But I don't know. I've been informed that all suckers are just lollipops. But yeah, the meet and greet is a great place to socialize. They have these huge walls where you can take like selfies in front of. There's like plenty of open space so you can like mill around. And again, this is a more limited ticket. You know, there is a cap. So if this is something that sounds interesting to you, definitely make that a priority. For me, it's been worth it every single year because I have made a lot of friends in this community. And so this is just another chance to kind of be able to hang out at like a designated spot, get everybody together, because every year it's getting harder and harder to see every single person because there are so many people that I want to see. And so it's kind of nice if we're all at the meet and greet that I can just meet everybody there. And I got to meet my friend Laura, Sasquatch Nails, over on Instagram, and she brought Rob a wheel of cheese. This is my friend who I've referred to many times on my channel as my cheese friend. And Rob is obsessed with the fact, like, she's genuinely a cheese expert. It's not like I'm saying like, oh, she knows a lot about cheese. She's an expert in cheese. She like has certifications to back this up, you know? And so she brought Rob a full wheel of cheese. I will pop up a picture here because if I take it out of the fridge, he's going to lose his mind. He's been like guarding that cheese with his life. He's very excited about it. And then on your way out of the meet and greet, everybody always gets a little exclusive gift. So we got one of these last year too in a different color, and it was a cup like this. It says Polish and Beauty Expo, and these little, like, they almost look like Fruity Pebbles that are like scattered through the cup. Those, I believe, change color. I haven't put anything in this yet because I just got home yesterday at like 11:30 and I'm tired. And then you get an exclusive nail polish from KB Shimmer. So this one is called PBE 24 Meet and Greet Sips About to Go Down. And this is what it looks like. It's kind of like a nice baby pink, and it's got some hollow glitter in different sizes running through it. So this was the exclusive polish, and it kind of matches the cup there. And you know what? Come to think of it, I think they did the same kind of similar thing last year. It was like kind of a aqua-y blue cup, and I think the polish was also an aqua-y blue. So that's kind of fun. So that ended at 8 p.m. and again, definitely worth it. Probably one of my favorite parts of the event because I just love hanging out with everybody and being way too loud and just having a good time. My voice is going if you couldn't tell. And then finally we get to the event that everybody's been waiting for, the actual shopping experience at the expo. And this is when you actually get to go in and buy the polishes and just kind of go nuts, which I will show you guys my haul, of course. But there are 4 different types of tickets. There is a basic attendee ticket, which is $9, and you get just an empty shopping bag and entrance into the event at 1 p.m. Then the next step above that is the general admission ticket. Those are $29, and you get a swag bag that has a few polishes in there as well as some extra goodies. You also get a door prize ticket because they do have some door prizes you can win, and then they also give you entrance at 1 p.m. again. Then the very coveted VIP entrance tickets, these are $125. You get to enter at noon, so you get to go in a full hour before general admission. You get a VIP swag bag, which is bursting at the seams with polishes and goodies, which is always fun to go through. And you also get a door prize ticket. And then there's the VIP bundle, and this one is $154, and this is the one that I've done in the past where you get all of the VIP stuff, plus you get to have one guest come in with you, and they get the general admission swag bag. So that's what I have usually purchased in the past so that Rob and I can go in together and he can help me film and help me buy all the polishes I want. And again, the VIP and the VIP bundle tickets are limited because, you know, it is the VIP, so you got to keep it a little bit small. And so those do go quickly, but I got to say, if you can snag one, they are worth it. So getting to go in a little bit early means that if there's any super, super important polishes to you, such as some show exclusives or doorbusters that you're worried are going to sell out, you have like the first go at those. And I have some video here of just what it looks like after general admissions comes in, and it's a lot of people and the lines do tend to get long. So if there's something that you're like, there's a brand that's really important to me, I want to get their exclusives, this is definitely worth it. Or if you're somebody who really, really wants to shop the polished pickup table, my big tip to you, just get over there as fast walk, speed walk over there, hit them first, because that line, it hit the back wall and then came back. Like it was curving around the convention center because it is such a popular table. So that line pretty much never gets shorter, it only ever gets longer. So if you want to hit the polished pickup table, I recommend you go there first. In the 3 years that I've gone, I've been too intimidated, so I've never gone to the polished pickup table. But this year, because I got to go as press, instead of going in at noon with the VIPs, I was able to go in at 11:30 as press to take a lot of like photos and video and stuff like that. So I did manage to get a good couple shots of the polished pickup table, and it's really fun because they arrange it all in rainbow order, and you get to just kind of browse willy-nilly. It's anything that just is left over basically. And I believe all the polishes are like $10. They also have like acetone additives and scrubs and things like that. So they have tons and tons of stuff, and it's kind of like a treasure hunt. Another tip that I will say is it does tend to get warm in there because as the day goes on, more and more people are kind of getting packed in, a lot of warm bodies. So if you're comfortable, wear shorts, wear short sleeves or a tank top or something, because you will be sweating. Put your hair up too. If you've got hair like mine, put your hair up. You will not regret it. And then there is an open space where they held the meet and greet, and that is very well air conditioned. It's actually almost too well air conditioned. So if you get too hot, you can go out there, cool down, and then come back in and shop a little bit more. Another suggestion I have if you're going to go for the first time, because there were so many first timers there that I ran into. Like, so many people were telling me, oh, it's my first time, you know, I'm really excited. So, you know, everybody gets one of these bags and you think, oh, that's really great, I can shove all my purchases in there. Well, first of all your purchases are not going to fit in here, I promise you that. But second of all, these bags get a little heavy, and sitting on your back, you kind of start to sweat. So a lot of people are starting to bring, well, I mean, I've seen this each year, but each year I feel like I see more. They bring little rolly carts or rolly suitcases or something, and that's where they keep all their polishes. And that way you keep it off your body. It's a lot easier to pull a cart around than it is to carry a million bags. Now me, I have Rob, and I just hand him everything, and then he's like, I'm gonna run this to the car. So if you don't have a pack mule, get yourself a rolly cart, because it seems like it makes everything so much easier. And just a huge shout out to all the makers. They had really wonderful displays at their table. One that really stood out to me, the Kathleen & Co. They kind of had like a summer ween thing going, where they had all their swatches sitting in like little open coffins, which was a really cute touch. The Victorian Varnish table, again, went like all out. It's just really fun to see the makers' creativity kind of pull through, and like not just with the polish, but with the displays. It's always fun to see that kind of stuff. And before I get into like my haul, I just wanted to say, you know, I met so many amazing people. I got to meet Chris from Lacquerdactyl, and he was so sweet. He was really cool. If you guys don't follow him on Instagram, you absolutely should, because the way he takes pictures, he has these, I don't know if you guys can see because of the ring light, but he's got these little dinosaurs, and he does hand poses with all the dinosaurs. And it's just such a creative and unique thing, and it's really fun. And I was telling him, you know, I love it so much the way he does his poses, and he said that he's gotten feedback from people who their young sons have seen his pictures, you know, on their mom's phones or whatever, and they're like, I want to do that, I want to wear nail polish too. And I think that's really cool, and I love that, you know, that barrier is being broken down. I also wanted to say, I had one subscriber come up to me and tell me, and I hope she's okay with me sharing this, I'm not going to say her name or anything just for privacy purposes, but she came up to me and she let me know that she is autistic, and it was my videos of the past expos that she watched, and it made her feel confident enough to be able to come out and be able to be around that many people and that big of a crowd, that sort of thing. And that really touched me. I felt, you know, very happy to hear that. And I'm so glad that so many people are breaking their own boundaries and like pushing themselves, because I met a lot of other people too who were like, you know, I'm very shy and this is not something that I'd necessarily be comfortable with, who came up to me and still introduced themselves. And I just want to say, like, I'm very proud of people who push themselves beyond their own limits, because I feel like that is a really hard thing to do. And, you know, I used to, believe it or not, I used to be a very shy person, very uncomfortable in crowds, and very nervous all the time. And now I'm just obnoxious. I'm just a big obnoxious ball of annoying. And that's just from pushing my own boundaries and realizing that my limits were set by myself. And, you know, you don't always succeed when you try, but you just got to keep trying. And so I just want to say, like, to all the people who came up and said hi to me, despite getting nervous or feeling, you know, kind of on edge, I really appreciate it. And I recognize, you know, that's a big deal. So with all that said, let me show you what I got from Polish and Beauty Expo 2024. So first of all, I had a couple subscribers who brought me gifts, which was very sweet. Right when I walked in the expo, somebody stopped me and was like, oh, I have something for you. And I didn't realize I was going to see you this soon. And she said that I had gotten her into cross stitch, which you guys might or might not know. Cross stitch is another one of my really big hobbies. I actually have a second channel for my cross stitch channel. It's called Subpar Stitches. And so she stitched me the nail emoji. Look at this. Her stitching is wonderful, by the way, and I absolutely love it. It is so cute. So I have a little shelf with a lot of my stitches that are framed, and I'm gonna put this up there with it because I absolutely love that. And you know, when somebody makes you a handmade gift, I feel like that's a big deal, because it's hard to give away handmade stuff because you're always second guessing yourself and you're always like nitpicking your own work. So I always appreciate a handmade gift. And then I had a subscriber give me a couple of friendship bracelets. So the green one was for me, and it says mediocre Manny's, and I love these beads. These are so fun. And then she made one for Rob as well, and it says mediocre man, and he loved it. He was cracking up. He was like, I don't know if I should wear this. I don't want to break it. So he's going to put it on display on his desk, but he absolutely loved it as well. And it was so funny because I was like going around filming, and she was like towards the front of the line and was like, hey, Hillary. And I was like, who, me? Like, because I just forget that people know who I am. And I was like, okay. And so I like ran over and I was like super awkward. And then later I saw her again. I was like, sorry, I was not trying to be awkward. I just forget that people want to talk to me. So, and then of course, like I said earlier, Sasquatch Nails brought us a wheel of cheese. So thank you to everybody who brought me gifts. I really appreciate it. Oh, and Stacy will be mad if I don't mention her. So Stacy, Quality Nails, brought Rob a giant Poppet because he loves fidget toys. So I love how everybody brought Rob gifts because I was just like, cause like the first 2 gifts we got were specifically for Rob. And I was like, how come my subscribers are giving you gifts, Robert? Not me. I'm just kidding. But still, it was really funny. So let's go into the press bag for Polish and Beauty. So this is my first press swag bag. I kind of vaguely like pushed stuff around in it yesterday, but by the time we got on the road a little bit later than we usually do, and by the time we got home it was like 11:30, and I was like, oh yeah, I have to go to work tomorrow, and then I ended up calling in sick because I'm losing my voice and I'm tired. So this is actually the first time I'm going to be seeing most of this stuff. The first thing you get is a little book, and it kind of gives you an idea of what you're going to come in for. You do get a map. They released this early on the Facebook group, and I recommend checking out the Facebook group because you'll get to see early swatches, you'll get to see the map, who's coming, all that, and it's nice to know like where everything is. They also have a chart of all the brands and what kind of payment methods they take. So most of the brands took cash and card. There was one brand this year, it was Paint It Pretty, that the only method they took was cash. I don't bring cash with me. I don't carry cash. I'm not a cash person. But there were a lot of people who did have cash. And there is an ATM in the lobby. For me, I think it charges like a $3 fee. So it's not that big a deal. If there's like something you really want that's cash only, you can pop out to the ATM. But plenty of the brands, you know, they take PayPal, Venmo. I Venmo'd one brand because their card reader was down. So I was like, oh no, because I don't carry cash. And then she's like, no, we take Venmo. And I was like, perfect. So lots of different options there. And then the nice thing is a lot of the brands, and I'm covering it up, but like they put exclusive coupon codes in the booklet for you that you can use. And they tend to have like till either like end of year or end of September, end of October. Like you have plenty of options to use that code. But there was one ad I saw in here that cracked me up, and I want to show you guys because this is perfect marketing for me. I'm covering up the code with this, but it says, how do you pronounce Dom? This is your chance to ask me in person. So Angie Dom, I think everybody always asks, like, is it Dam or is it Dom nail polish? And I was one of those people, and I asked her last year as well, and you know, I found out it is pronounced Dom, but I thought that this was such a good ad because it's so simple, super simple colors, just really straightforward to the point. It really caught my eye, and I just thought this was so funny. So I loved that. But yeah, so you get this little booklet, and it gives you all the information you need. It even has a spot at the end for some notes and everything like that. This, I was really surprised to see. It was like taking up a lot of space in the bag, and I was like, what is that? It's a really fancy, like, glisten and glow bag, iridescent, and it has everything you need in here. So we've got a bottle of their top coat, which this is one of my favorite top coats of all time. We have a bottle of their dry and prep, which this is like, it dehydrates your nail before you put on any kind of base coat. And I find that that's a really nice thing to have, especially if you're going to use a peel-off base. That one really helps to make sure that it sticks. This is the glitter grabber, which again, one of my favorite tools to use when I'm using like a chunkier flake or glitter. There is a ridge filling base coat. I've never used the Glisten and Glow base coats, so this is my time to try that out. They have a cuticle oil pen and the scent is lavender and lemon, which I love that scent, so perfect. And then there is a polish called Tinley Park at Dusk, which is this very pretty shimmery purple. I guess I'll just kind of reach in and grab whatever comes out. Okay, so this is Botanique by Monet. This is a whipped body butter mousse. So here's what the packaging looks like. It's in the scent White Pear. Ooh, that smells really nice. It's a really, really light whipped texture. I did buy a couple things from this brand too, so I will show you that later. But it says Southern Sweet Tea with sparkling bergamot and sliced pears. Pungent lemon enhanced with peach and wood bottom note. I'm excited to try this. Like I said, I bought a couple things from her that seemed really promising. So, and I don't usually buy a lot of like the skin and body care. So this year I kind of bought a couple things. We have a 1422 Designs. They are from Granville, Michigan. I swear, I forget every single time that this is a Michigan brand. This one is called Jump In the Oops Batch. It looks like it was a Hella Handmade Creations from June, and it is this really pretty light blue. It's got like a pinky shift to it, and it has some hollow flakes in there. We got a Pinnacle polish. This one is called Rainbow Darter. This was a PVE 24 exclusive, and it is like a really, really light pink. I know it looks a little bit more maybe white leaning, but it's really, really light. It's got blue, yellow, peachy, all sorts of colors of glitters. I'm sure you guys can see, as well as some hollow in there. Some of the brands have them in boxes. Some of them just get kind of wrapped up in some bubble wrap. This is a Rogue. This is Very Important Polish, PVE 2024 VIP. This one is right up my alley. It is a purple flaky. Rogue does flakies really, really well, if you didn't know. So, oh, these melted a little bit in the car, but these are some Victorian varnish M&Ms that Rob handed me. I don't know why or how he got them, but they're branded with their logo and stuff, so I thought that was fun. We've got a Fair Maiden, which Fair Maiden no longer exists. It is now two separate brands, Beau Revs and Monarch, but they are still very good friends. Their booths were right next to each other. This one is called A Minnesota Goodbye, and it looks like they made it for this year. It says Polish and Beauty Expo VIP 2024. It's kind of a salmony pink. It's got some hollow, some shimmer in there. But I gotta say, and I think I was telling Beau Revs, I was like, you know, when you guys announced the split of Fair Maiden, I was like, I think a lot of us were really worried that something had happened, and we were all really sad because everybody loves Fair Maiden. But seeing what they're doing separately makes me glad that they split their brands, because you can clearly see their visions, their separate visions coming out, and I love them both equally. They're both doing an amazing job, so I bought from both of them. This is Color Spectrum Handmade Nail Polish, and it is, ooh, it's a funky red, Chicago Red Stars. This kind of reminds me of one of the fish polishes I got from Pinnacle last year. This is from Atomic. This one is called Very Important Polish. Seems like a few brands had a similar idea. And this is stunning. Atomic, you can't see this, it's neon. I'm promising you, it's like this neonish bubblegum pink with an orangey yellow shimmer running through it. Love that. We got a couple stuck together. So let's see. This is Paint It Pretty. I didn't end up buying anything from Paint It Pretty because, like I said, they only took cash, and I'm not a cash girly. I like to swipe a card and pretend like nothing ever happened. So this will be my first Paint It Pretty. This is VIP Polish, Polish and Beauty Expo 2024. So it doesn't really have a name, but it is like a grayish blue with some rainbow metallic flakies in there. And then this one is not only wrapped in bubble wrap, but it's wrapped in some tissue papers. Oh, this is Alchemy. Ooh, this one's called Purple in Paradise. And it's got a lot of flakes and colors going on, very multi-chrome. This is Linby Designs, which I bought a couple from her. Ooh, this is a fun green. It's Earth Without Art is Just Eh. And it is a very shimmery light green. Looks like it might be a little bit sheer. Some of her shimmers are a little bit on the sheer side, so you'll need multiple coats or a blurring base if you don't like that nail line. This is Danglefoot. They are all the way from England. And I was like, man, I hope you guys sell out so you don't have to ship everything back, because that's expensive. Ooh, this is cute. It's called A Bull in Chicago. And it looks like it's purple, pink, and blue flakies in there. You can see it's quite a flaky bomb. I have a few from Danglefoot. I bought a few more at the expo, so I do enjoy them. This is Red Eye Lacquer. I like their little like window that's shaped like a little frog foot. I think I don't know if I made it to their table this year. I was wandering all over the place. I had a plan and it went right out the window. This is PBE Eras Tour, so Taylor Swift themed, I'm assuming. And it's just a really nice light blue with some multi-chrome effect. Ooh, BCB. This one came in a fun little bag. Oh, I'm obsessed with this. This one's called Windswept Lights, and it glows in the dark. I love a good gray. I love a good flaky. We got some like kind of lavender and orangey peachy flakes in there. This is a must wear for me. This is Pie Colors. This one is, Rob was obsessed with these caps because he loved how tall they were. This one is called Hyacinth Rains, and it looks like it's like a clear base, and then it's got some purple to kind of aqua iridescence in there, some square glitters, which I love a square glitter, a big variety of glitters. There's a lot going on in here, so that one needs to be swatched to really know what's going on. Let's see. And this is still all just the swag bag. This isn't even anything I bought. This is Crystal Knockout. It does not have a name. And it is kind of a shimmery metallic taupey purple. Crystal Knockout has a lot of fun earrings every year. So if you're into like funky jewelry, definitely check them out. This is Ruby Lee. They were there last year, I believe, as well. I think it was their first year last year. Oh, this is fun. This is called Hot Girl Shit. And it is a stunning pink with shimmer. The name, perfect for this polish. This is a really fun, I love a bright pink. We've got the cattail, which fell out. Oh my God, you guys. Hang on. This bubble wrap is hearts. Are you kidding? I'm not throwing that away. I'm sorry, I'm keeping that. I have to show Rob. Cattail polish, which I did not know is a Michigan-based brand. This is called Sky Glow, and this is a really fun purple. It looks like it's got hollow in there, lots of flakes, and Rob was obsessed with their table because he's obsessed with cats, so he had to stare at that for a while. This is, Beau Revs, and let me pop this open. I'm just throwing all the trash on the ground. That's a problem for future Hillary. That's not for me to deal with. This is called, is it Lilacia or Lilacia Park? And it is, in fact, a very, very light lilac. Shimmer, very delicate. Probably not going to look good on me, but I do love Beau Revs. I love their vibe. They had a really fun table. KB Shimmer, this is It Takes a Toll. This is the 2024 VIP. And, oh, this is, excuse you? This is such a deep, deep blue with these rainbow flakies running through it. Nobody's touching that but me. Let's see. What is this? Ooh, this is from Dark Moon Essentials, and it's like a scent, like smell scent. This is Solstice Lotion in Grapefruit. Ooh, you know what? Usually I hate a grapefruit scent because I feel like it smells like kind of rotten. But this is like grapefruit candy. It's very sweet. Rubs in really nicely. Oh, that smells so nice. Okay, I love that. So I think Stacy bought some stuff from them, and she was telling me she really liked them. That feels really nice on the skin. This is Zombie Claw. This is Zombies Back at It. And if you guys aren't familiar, this is the unit carton for Zombie Claw. I love that. That big scratch mark through there. This is, oh, it's a brown. Interesting. I feel like not a lot of, you don't get a lot of like neutrals in these bags, so I like that. It's got pink shimmer running through it as well as some hollow glitters. I really like this one. I've got, ooh, Dom. This one is called Midnight Lights. And this is a black with some really, really sparkly silver glitter. We have a Victorian varnish. This is my first Victorian varnish. This is Chicago. If you don't know, obviously from the carton here, you can kind of tell it's got a very steampunk vibe. So, you know, like cogs and screws and things like that. So Chicago, that's a perfect name. And what does this look like? Oh, it's a fun little purpley pink and lots of flakes. Their line got really long, so I did not manage to make it to their table to shop. But I took some video footage before we went to like the shopping period, and they had just a lot going on their table. It was cool. This one is also called Very Important Polish. I'm going to have a lot of polishes in my spreadsheet called Very Important Polish. Oh, this is Sweet and Sour. I love their flakies, and I love Sweet and Sour. They were actually the first table I had to go to. Same with last year. I make a beeline for them. So this is Kathleen & Co. This one's called The Bean, and I saw a few people had this one. It's a very, very blue-toned kind of silver, very sparkly. Just a few more things. So we've got a sticker that says always be polished, so I'll make a magnet out of that. From Ribbits Stickets, it says warning, aggressively buys polish. And then it comes with this, which I believe you hang up, yeah, in your car, and you can like shake it up, and it's got some sparkles running through it. But it's just this like cute little, like almost like little potion bottle. And you hang it in your car and it releases a scent. And the scent of this one is Peer Pressure, like Pier, like the Navy Pier. We got something from Cleona, which I believe is probably an eyeshadow. So here's the eyeshadow. It's a really like delicate blue, but it's got like a purple flip to it. Very, very pretty. And then the last thing in my press bag was this little bag of stuff. So we've got some tweezers here. There's a really interesting magnet. So it's got like a little flower on the one side and then this kind of like dot at the other side. Another nail polish pin in bright pink. These are to open your cans, which is really nice, like your soda cans. I really like them. I have had some people just say, like, just use a spoon. Well, you know what? I don't carry a spoon in my purse, okay? Maybe you do, but I'm judging you for that. This sticker, which we've gotten these in the past, so I have a few of these. And then it looks like some nail decals here. And that is everything that came in the press swag bag. And I'm sure there's some variation between the bags, just like there is with the VIP bags. So I'm going to show you now what I bought after I go wash this eyeshadow off myself before I get it on everything. Okay, so now for the stuff that I actually bought. I went in hoping to spend between $300 or $400. I spent like $600. But it's still less than I spent last year. And so I don't feel too bad, especially because I've bought nail polish like twice this year. So I'm not going to beat myself up for going over budget a little bit. I'm lucky that I'm able to spend that kind of money on my hobbies, and I'll just leave it at that, I guess. So let's go through what I bought. I'm just going to grab bags because I started shoving bags in other bags, and it just kind of got a little crazy. So let's start with the very first thing I got, which I grabbed by chance. This is from Sweet and Sour. And if you guys don't know, like pretty much as soon as they made the Salad Fingers polishes, they became my nail polish crush forever. So this year they released this set called the Perfect Pruglies, and I felt targeted because it's a set of 5 really like grungy greens and yellows and like brown undertones, and they're, you know, Pruglies. And they started putting sets in these boxes, which was really convenient because I could just grab and go. So we have Ugly Who, beautiful, perfect in every way. Prugly is my middle name, more of a shimmer here. This one is, it's an Eye of the Beholder kind of thing, which is such a funny name. This is more like yellowy green. Another kind of chartreuse is, that's actually really pretty, which of course is like my mantra on this channel when it comes to these, when I'm trying to convince you guys. And it's hideous. I love it, which has like some flakes running through it. It's very jellyish, kind of has like an aura around it. So I will be doing a swatch and review of these 5 on my channel because you know I need to. I also got, this is Blueberry from the Rock Candy collection. So last year they released a Rock Candy collection, and it was all these flakies and like a matching jelly base, and they didn't have a blue, and so they did a really limited run of like this like darker blue, and I had to pick that up and complete my collection. And I just found something in one of these bags. I was looking for this earlier and I couldn't remember which bag I stuck it in, but this is another subscriber gift. This is from Grace, who I ran into, and then I looked for and I couldn't find her again, and I felt so bad. But this, she bought me this really cool magnet. It's got a bee and it's so glittery. So I will be sticking this to one of my Helmers. Thank you so much for the gift. I really appreciate it. And I'm sorry I couldn't find you. I looked, but there's so many people. Oh, I did get one more sweet and sour. And this one's called Pank AF. And this is a bright neon shimmery pink. And I don't know if I'm assuming this or like if I made this up in my head, but if you guys don't know, the artist who created the bean, or Cloudgate as he prefers it to be called, he's kind of an a-hole, and he's a little bit pretentious, and he like copyrighted or like owns the rights to this pigment that he calls the Blackest Black, and he won't let, I don't know if he won't let any artist use it or he won't let certain artists use it, but either way, he's gatekeeping the Blackest Black. And so somebody made the Pinkest Pink and decided to gatekeep him from using it, just as kind of like petty revenge, and I believe that's what this is based off of. So from there I did run to the Danny Vienna table, and really the main thing I wanted from Danny Vienna was actually the gift with purchase. So I had to like find something to buy because I couldn't just straight up buy the polish. So this is called Mondrian, and this is based off of a painting. It's, I believe it's like composition in, is it red, yellow, and blue? I never remember the order of the colors. But you guys, just looking at this, you can probably tell which painting it is. If you can't, I will pop the picture up. And she does these artist series that are just so spectacular. So then I ended up picking up Sunflowers as well, which I'm fairly certain is based off of the Van Gogh painting, where he kind of like lumped on all that beautiful yellow paint so thickly. And so I got this, and then this was like the free gift with purchase. They had these like swatch palettes, so these you can like test swatch your polishes on. I just thought they were really cute. I just wanted to have it, and I'll probably like put it back there on my little shelves. I bought one from Bluebird. This is Second Breakfast at Tiffany's Dome. I thought it was called Lunch at Tiffany's Dome. I swear that's what it was called when I saw it like sneak peeked. It's, the color's not coming up quite right. It's more of a purple than this like mauvey pink, and it's got a shocking blue shimmer. But I have breakfast and brunch at Tiffany's Dome, which were the past 2 years, so I had to, you know, keep it rolling. And so I got that. I also had to stop at Pinnacle Polish because they had more fish-themed polishes. If you remember last year, I was very excited about the fish-themed polishes. So this one is Brook Trout. It's like a orangey red, and it's got some white and black matte glitters in there. This is Rainbow Smelt, and it is like a lavender with like specks of black glitters and some white. And then we have, is it Channel Catfish? And this is like a green with some orangey red shimmer and some hollow in there. One of these is magnetic, I believe, but I don't remember which one. We'll figure it out at some point. This is Cleona, and I grabbed 2 from them from their Gray Matter collection, which is a newer collection. And I got Cerebral Cortex, which is kind of like a grayish blue. And then I got Serotonin, which is like a gray with some purple. And I love the Cleona booth. It's like you go in, I don't know if you've ever gotten like sushi at a place where they just give you like a checklist and you go through and you just check all the stuff you want. That's how they do theirs. Everything is out on display. There's like one of each so you can look at it. You go through with your checklist, you check everything, and then they just go pull your order for you. They also gave me some stickers, which are fun. I went over to Garden Path Lacquers with Stacy, and I got, there was like, they had some little keychains for free as well as stickers, so I got those. And then Stacy was like, here's the 3 I got, and I was like, oh, those are the ones I want too. So she just put these 3 in my hand, and so we have Bloodstream of the Universe, which you know why I picked this. We have another green, and it's Only Forever. I think this one was like a Twilight themed one. And then this is not my usual color, but it just called to me, and this is Solace of the Shadows, and it's like a red, and it has a shimmer that is not coming up on camera very well, but it's got like the bluey green. From Monarch, I just bought their doorbuster. It's called Q Cutie, and it's like a blue, like a deep blue with bright neon pink matte glitters. And then I also only bought 1 from Kathleen & Co. Although I was tempted by a few. I was like, I think I just bought some that look like this, so I shouldn't. And this one's called Second City Nights. And it is the PBE 2024 limited edition. So it's just a purple with some hollow running through it. They had a really fun display. I ended up getting 4 from Beau Revs. I got sucked in real hard. Their display was really fun. This one's called Lily Pad. It's from the Moonlit Neon Shimmer collection. It's like a teal with like a blue shimmer. If you see another one later that looks very similar, don't at me. This one is called Fishin' in the Dark. Very fun, kind of multi-chrome. I got Fawning Over You. This was a Polish Pickup Rewind polish. Oh. Another kind of multi-chrome. And then this one was a 2024 exclusive. This is from called Tequila Sunrise. It's a really like funky, it kind of reminded me of Granny Square from Cupcake, but just slightly different enough that it's okay to have it. And so I got that. And then they gave you like this little bag with like a sticker. And then there's like a little like stone in there shaped like a moon. And I don't know why, but I'm obsessed with that. And then I stopped at Rivet Stickets just to see what they had. And they had these little free frogs. So I got one for Rob. I got to give that to him. And then they had this, it's called Bantha Milk. And so I got this for a friend of mine who is into Star Wars. And it's like a blue, like a very light blue with shimmer running through it. I stopped at Zombie Claw, and they had this. This is from March Hella Handmade Creations. It's called Mitch Rocks. I don't know what it's a reference to, but I really like the color, and I also know someone named Mitch who rocks. So I felt like it worked for me, and I only bought the 1. And then my friend Bookish Boricua, she went to, oh, I'm dropping them. She went over to Rogue and she got the Bridgerton collection, and I was like, I don't need that. And then she showed me hers and I was like, yeah, I need that. So I did go over and I bought 5 of the 6 because one of them I knew was just not my style. Last year Hillary would have bought all of them, so at least I didn't buy all of them. But we have Dearest Gentle Reader, which is a really pretty pale blue. You Must Make Haste, which is more like aqua blue. I have I Burn For You, which is like a blue-green. We have My Garden Is in Bloom, which is a really nice light green. And then the bane of my existence and the object of my desires, which is like a purple. And if you guys want me to, I can review 5 of the 6, but if you'd rather not see a review with like a complete collection, let me know. I won't even bother. Oh, here's my dangle foot. So I got Sublime, which is a really, really bright pink. Again, and not showing up on camera very well. And then I Choose You Leafeon, which is a fun grungy green with a red shimmer. They had like little snack packs that they were giving out too. I already ate the cookies. But I have a Yorkshire tea and then some Marmite, which I will give to Rob because I don't like Marmite. I don't like Vegemite, and I know Marmite is pretty similar, so I'm not eating that. I got a few from Dom. So this one is, they had a like Japan themed collection, and it's called the Journey Through Japan collection. So meet a dear friend in Nara, and this is a nice yellow. If you're not familiar with Nara, Nara is like overrun by deer. So it's not like meet a dear friend like, oh, dear whoever. It's like meet a literal deer, the animal. I love Nara, but one of the deer ate my ice cream once, so I was not happy with him. And then I had gotten, this is called It's Electric. It's the July polish of the month. If you guys know me, you know I love a good sapphire blue, so that'll go on my September rack. And then they have a Survivor collection, which I think I heard somebody say, like, a lot of people think it's like Survivor the TV show, but actually what these are from the Survivor series is like people who have survived like really tough situations. I think specifically like SA or like domestic violence and things like that. And so they're named for different people who they know in their lives who have experienced that. So this one is called Jared, and it is just a like crazy purpley pink, and it's got some shimmer in there. And then this one is, I believe it's pronounced Bridget. I asked because it's, at first when you look at it, it looks like it says Bridget, but then when you look closer, there's another I in there. And this is a multi-chrome with some hollow glitters. And so that is everything I got from Dom. There's only a few more bags left, bear with me. BCB Lacquers, they had a bunch of stickers that you could take for free. And then I bought Snowveralls, which I thought was such a fun name. Pink with fun glitters and flakies. And then Trick or Treat Yourself, which is the doorbuster, very Halloween-y purple polish. From Alchemy, El Catrin, which is from their Dia de los Muertos collection, which again, like I told you guys, I bought one that's kind of similar. Whoopsie. We're not immune to our own problems here. This one's from the Suncatchers collection. This one's called Solar Flare, and this is solar. They had a UV light that you could use to like check the transition. I think that one transitioned to purple. And then this one's called Every Way But Out, which is another fun sapphire blue. And the last one I got was called Green Breasted Mango, which, as you guys can see, why I bought it. And Alchemy and Dom, they both put barcodes on their polishes this year, so it made the checkout experience so, so nice. And then from Alchemy, they gave me a tumbler, I guess, which looks like this, and it came with a straw, so that's cute. Okay, the last polish purchase I made was from Linby, and I went up there, and because I saw Tentacool, which is another sapphire blue. This was a February polish pickup that I had wanted, but I skipped out on, and then I saw that they had it there, so I was like, I must. And then this one's called Mosaic to My Ears, and this is a crackle, and it is a multi-chrome, so I had to check that out. Linby is another Michigan brand. And then they gave me this Sequins of Events, and it was just, if you told them a fun fact, you got a free polish. And I didn't know that, so like there's a woman there and she was like, tell me a fun fact. And I was just like, what? I don't know. And like I felt like really put on the spot and I didn't know what to do. And then I think she took pity on me and just gave it to me anyways, which was nice. And then I had to stop at Bygone Apothecary. This is like my favorite like skincare brand, or like bath, more like bath stuff. Definitely recommend them, and I always get some shower bombs from them. These smell so good, and they're really nice. You just put them down on the floor in your shower, and like the scents really steam up, and it's just a nice, really relaxing shower. They kind of fizz, and it's really nice. And then I got this weird giant lotion stick, and it's like a really light scent, but like if you don't want to get like lotion all over your hands, but you got like a spot you need to like kind of, it's got a cover on it, so I didn't just like put lotion on my hoodie here. But yeah, it's really nice, and it twists up kind of like a lip balm, so that's really cool. And then the last thing I ended up buying was from Botanique by Monet. And so my friend Stacy, she had gotten some stuff from them, and I checked out what she got, and I was like, oh, I kind of want that. So I got this foaming sugar scrub in lemon zest. It smells so, so good. I'm not going to eat this one. I promise you guys, I'm not going to eat it, although it does smell delicious. And then this is like I don't know, it's like a cream, I guess. It's a magnesium cream. It's lavender scented, and it's got shea and mango butter. It says it's good for a soothing night's sleep, muscle aches, and tension headaches, which I've been getting a lot of tension headaches lately. And she said it's really potent, so to be very careful with it, like on your hands. But like it's supposed to, because of the magnesium, it's supposed to really relax like your muscles, which I need. So I will definitely be using these up pretty quickly, I can already tell. And that is everything. I gotta put all this stuff away, and I hope you guys enjoyed my coverage of the 2024 Polish and Beauty Expo. If you said hi to me, I really appreciate it. If we got to meet, it was a lot of fun, and I hope to see you guys there next year. Bye.